This is something quite different for my channel, not the normal clinical and boring driving on iRacing or opinion pieces related to that game. This is a throwback to 8-year-old me playing on the Amiga 500 and the games I used to play back then. Games like Iron Man, Ivan Stewart's Off-Road, for me the original arcade racer. This track is burned into my memory from the laps done here as a kid. A lot of fun. And also Supercars and its follow-up Supercars 2. Main difference between this and iRacing Arcade is the fact you could shoot rockets forward or behind. But otherwise the general idea and the contact model was pretty similar. I spent a lot of time playing these games as a kid and it was fun. It wasn't as competitive or serious as what I take iRacing, but seeing some initial videos of people playing iRacing Arcade, it brought back all those memories, so I thought I'd best give it a go, and I'm really glad I did. I've been most interested in the career aspect, and I'll walk you through some of the things I've learned from playing it so far. I'm sure a number of you will be playing this with a controller, but I don't have one of those, so I'm doing exactly what I did as a kid, driving by using the arrow keys on the keyboard. It's challenging to be super quick, but easy enough and intuitive to pick up and play immediately with no hassle. Each corner will have a bollard at the apex. If you cut this too much, you will get a slowdown. While you have this penalty, your car will become a ghost, so you don't impact others and others don't impact you. It would be fair to say that when racing the AI, I have purposely put them in a spot to get the slowdown. But they will also do the same to you, so all is fair in love and war. The contact model is great, and you can really bang into each other without causing enormous pile-ups. Too much contact will cause your damage to get slow. So use the contact wisely. I think we see here later in the race, you can see my car is smoking as a result of a bit too much contact. When you're coming up to lap another car, they will turn into a ghost for you. So lap traffic will not cause any problems if you are leading, but they also won't help you if you're catching someone. Imagine if they had this feature in iRacing. Pit stops have been causing me some issues. You've got complete control over the car in the pits. From what I've seen, you've always got the first pit box, so be ready to stop quick. When you are in there, if you accelerate, you're gone immediately, which is what I've done several times when I haven't taken enough gas. The good news is you can reverse back to your pits without penalty and take the gas you need. Another key part to remember is to pit when you're low on fuel. I failed at this once, and I'll show you what happened. So as you can see there, the car just goes into limp mode when you run out of fuel. So you're able to make it round to your pit, but you lose a lot of time doing so. I tried to wobble to get some of these guys to push me, but not a lot of success. There's a little bit of success there. See, then that damages the car. Kyalami's quite a tight one to get into. And you do get all the damage repaired in the pits. In the endurance races, you will have to stop at least once, sometimes twice, and in some races the AI have been stopping 3 times. I think when I get into the slightly longer races, then 3 or 4 stops may be required. But don't go thinking that these are really long races due to the amount of pit stops. The laps are quick and the petrol tanks aren't very big. I was borderline 3 stopping in a 12-minute race, to put it in context. For your finance in career, this can be somewhat deceptive. Here's my money up here, which is just over 10,000. If you win in higher series, you'll get more pay. I've run most of my career at the pro level with some races at the master. That part seems straightforward. The first few series you do, you win the next car you need as your prize for winning that series. Then when I got to the series needing the Porsche and the LMP2, I hadn't factored in that I wouldn't be just handed those cars. So I'd spent money on some of my team's facilities and then had to rent a car for those series until I earned the money to buy those cars. While you're renting those cars, you incur a 25% reduction in prize money earned, and you can't use any of the boosts that your upgraded facilities afforded you. So I made sure to save up my dollars for the season I'm about to start so I could buy the GTP car I needed for this series. You do still need to consider what facilities you'll get, as you can't buy these cars if you don't have enough garage space. So I have a couple of garages to make sure I can house the cars I have. Upgrading the facilities does get you good boosts as well. The somewhat annoying thing is that these are decided at random for you, and you then have to allocate them across your races for that week. As an example, I've already won this, so I'm going to hire a driver. Go with Michael Beeline. And these are the boosts which are automatically allocated. He can have a health boost. So here's your prize money at stake, and that fee that he charges, the 3,000, that is for the season, not for the race. Making headway. Go Michael. Third it is. Then I've also completed the Formula 4 challenge. I think I might send another driver. There's a 2-star difficulty, so we could send Isabella with some boosts. This is one of my favourite boosts, because as soon as cars take off, you can't see it here, but when you have it in your race, as soon as the light goes green, your head gets enormous. It doesn't help at all, but it's just pretty entertaining stuff, and a reminder that this is an arcade title. Solid effort. I won't go into these just now. The game follows the normal 13-week iRacing season. I'm just started season 3. You can see the calendar set out here. Knowing what's coming up over the season can help you plan what drivers you might hire to run some of the races for you. When you see the price of the driver, reminder that's not per race, it is for the whole series. And you will generally make a lot more back than what you invest in the driver. One thing I have found is that even though they might win the series for you, as Steve Tyres did in the Porsche Cup Series last season, it won't tick off the quest as your team winning the championship for some reason, so you miss out on the XP for that, which means your team level doesn't increase as fast and you don't have access to as good of facilities as what you feel you might deserve. So my tip for managing drivers is to put them in series you've already run and won in, which is what I did earlier. Of course, if you want to race every single race for yourself, by all means do that, but for me it's nice to put the team owner's hat on every once in a while. You can tell from how I've built my team complex, I never really played games like Civilization as a kid. I'm putting all the trophies I've won down here, and then just building everything over here, and there's no real rhyme or reason to it. It is nice to look at the facilities, and each upgrade that you make is a considerable improvement over what you previously had. Over the seasons, as I accumulate more dollars, I'll put more effort into not just upgrading the facilities, but using some of the extra features to make it more like a nice place to be. You can see down here a list of additional features you can add to flesh out your campus and make it a nicer place to be and to look at. Looking towards how this game might impact iRacing, it's worth noting that the Fiat 500 is the first car you get here. Go back here. We've got this car, so that might be coming as a rookie car for iRacing. When we go into the circuits, you see we've got Bahrain, got Paul Ricard, got Kyle Army. I know they're on iRacing's list to bring into the game. The fact they're in here might cause them to move towards the front of the queue a little bit. Overall, the racing is really good fun, somewhat addictive. More tracks and cars are coming when this is released on console, and it seems that they're open to the idea of adding different licenses and more content than they first envisaged. If you want some light relief after a rough day on iRacing, I thoroughly recommend iRacing Arcade. If you have any questions or comments about the game, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.